You ever hear a story about a man who walks into a place quietly and walks out leaving everyone questioning their whole life? Good. Because what happened that afternoon at Earl's Diner is something the people in that town will never forget. This is the story of a man named Darius, calm, quiet, and carrying the kind of past that teaches you how to stay still, even when the world around you is begging for violence. The wind carried a sharp bite that afternoon as Darius eased his old pickup truck into the gravel parking lot of Earl's Diner, one of those forgotten Route 66 joints where time didn't move much and strangers weren't welcomed with smiles. The neon sign buzzed like it didn't want to stay alive. The gas pump outside leaned like it gave up years ago. Darius shut off the engine and exhaled slowly. Life had been loud lately. He just wanted a meal in peace. He lowered his cap and stepped inside. The bell above the door squealed, loud enough to make every head turn. The diner looked like time tried leaving but couldn't. Checkered floors with burns in them, booths with the stuffing coming out, and a jukebox covered in dust. A tired waitress wiped a counter that didn't need wiping. Nobody smiled. Nobody nodded. But the stares were sharp enough. Especially from the corner booth, where 6 bikers lounged in leather vests. Their laughter died the second Darius walked in. He felt their eyes on him, but he had lived through far worse. Darius sat in a booth near the window, facing the door, like he always did. The waitress approached, tapping her pen nervously. "What'll it be?" "Cheeseburger, fries, coffee, black." His voice soft but steady. She wrote quickly without meeting his eyes. Her gaze kept flicking toward the bikers, like she was waiting for trouble to start, and she wasn't wrong. One of them, a thick-necked man with tattooed knuckles and a messy beard, leaned back and spoke loud enough for the whole diner. "Well, look at that! We got ourselves a tourist!" The others chuckled. Darius didn't react, didn't move, didn't even blink. Silence makes cowards angry. The bearded man tried again. "Hey, buddy, you deaf or just rude?" The waitress placed Darius's coffee on the table with shaky hands. Her eyes whispered, "Be careful!" But she stepped back quickly. This wasn't her fight. Darius took a calm sip of his coffee. Outside, a truck rolled by. Inside, the tension thickened. The bikers stared openly now, waiting for anything. A flinch, a blink, something. But Darius was still. Too still. And that scared them more than yelling ever could. The bearded biker, Travis, pushed back his chair, boots thudding as he swaggered over. He stopped beside Darius's booth, breath thick with cigarettes. "Hey, I'm talking to you, boy!" The word hit the air like poison. Darius set his coffee down gently. He lifted his eyes. "Something I can help you with?" No fear, no anger, just calm. And only calm men can say things that terrify monsters. "You're sitting where you don't belong," Travis growled. Someone shouted from the table, "Show him, Travis!" So Travis slammed his fist into the table, rattling everything on it. "I don't think you heard me, friend." Darius looked at him, really looked at him. Calm, steady, predictable. "Back off." 2 words. Not loud, not angry, but packed with a truth Travis didn't understand yet. His ego couldn't handle it. He lunged, and the next moment happened faster than the blink of an eye. Before anyone understood what was happening, Darius slid out of the booth, caught Travis's wrist mid-swing, twisted, redirected, and slam! Travis's chest hit the table so hard, the salt shaker bounced. Silence swallowed the diner. 1 down. A wiry biker charged next, swinging wildly. Darius stepped aside like dodging a breeze, then elbowed the man in the gut. He folded instantly. 2 down. The rest hesitated, fear creeping in, replacing their earlier arrogance. They attacked together, but Darius moved like he'd been forged for moments like this. Smooth, controlled, every motion precise, using their strength against them. A trap of an arm here, a sweep of a leg there, a shove that sent a man crashing into a booth. 3 down, 4 down. The last biker froze, eyes wide, then sprinted out the door, abandoning his courage and his pride on the sticky diner floor. 5 down. The only sounds left were groans. Darius adjusted his cap and glanced at Travis, who stared back in disbelief. "I told you to back off." No bragging, no smile, just truth. The waitress approached slowly. "Sir, are you okay?" Darius nodded. "I'm fine, ma'am." He sat back down, picked up a fry, and ate it, like he hadn't just dismantled 6 grown men in under a minute. People whispered from the booths, "What is he? Military? Special forces?" Darius didn't answer. He wasn't interested in being anyone's legend. He finished his meal, placed a generous tip on the table, and stood. The waitress whispered, "Who are you?" Darius paused at the door. "Just a guy who wanted lunch." He stepped outside into the fading sunlight. The biker who had fled earlier stood near his motorcycle. He moved aside silently as Darius passed. Darius climbed into his truck and drove away. Not fast, not dramatic, just done. For him, the moment was over. For the bikers, it was a lesson that would follow them forever. And for everyone watching from the windows, it became the kind of story small towns carry for decades. Because the loud ones break first. The arrogant ones fall hardest. But the quiet ones, the calm ones, they're the ones who have survived storms you'll never see. And when life pushes them, they don't yell. They don't threaten. They warn. And when they say back off, they mean it. If you want more stories like this, real, powerful, emotional stories, stick with our channel. Because here, every story hits the soul.